Hi everyone. Hi. Yay. All right. How is everyone today? I am still figuring things out with the setup and the new software, so it's possibly still not perfect, but hopefully it's gonna be watchable. I hope so. It's so complicated and I don't know why. Is it weird that the borderline redneck in Mississippi? No, it's not weird. Bonjour is quite you know, it's fine. I mean, we say hello all the time to say hello. Haha. So hi the chicken, hi Dawn, hi Dan, hi Heather, and Otto. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. Is this camera here kind of choppy for you guys? Oh, thank you so much, Otto. I cut my hair myself because it was getting, you know, this awkward length where it's always on your neck, and I just I can't. I tried. I wanted to possibly let my hair grow, but I just got fed up and went snip snip. Yes, that's a jazz. That's a birthday jazz. And also, since it's really cold today, I was trying to figure out what to draw, and I was like, do I draw a cat in like 20 layers of blankets and stuff? And I feel like I've already done that. So I went for the complete opposite, and I drew a cat on the beach. There is choppiness. Well, I don't really know how to fix it. It shouldn't be choppy, let it think. I hate this. Why is it so problematic? The camera is supposed to be new and working and fine, but no, it has a frame rate of like, I don't know why. Hold on, I'll try to fix it. Can I? No, I don't think I can. It is absurd. Hmm. Yeah, it's so annoying because the facecam one is not the good resolution cam. It's supposed to be the other one. Hold on, I'll put everything to black just for a second while I swipe the tooth. But if I swipe the tooth, there's not gonna be a face cam. It's just gonna be the drawing cam. And hopefully I can figure this out by next stream. Blimey, it's always something. But I don't think the camera is broken. It's just that I can't get it to work properly. And I mean, you have the same camera, Otto, and it doesn't seem like you have the same issues I'm struggling with. So I really don't know what's up with that. I'm gonna have to do some more research, I guess, or I don't know, something. Troubleshooting. No, I tried removing the face cam and I don't think it changed anything. Okay, hold on. Okay. This one is flipped, just to make my life super easy. Technology. Hold on. No. Oh, okay, hold on. Nah, that's better. And yep, that's it. So I apologize, the sort of resolution is really low, but at least it's working, right? And it's not choppy. Ah, gosh. I'm gonna have to... Maybe I should try and do like a sort of spontaneous setup stream during the week where I just try to figure this out and fix it and get it to work properly. Alright, sorry. It's not a laptop, it's a desktop computer actually that I'm using. I did all sorts of troubleshooting when I was trying to make OBS work. So I don't know, perhaps I will have to go and undo all of that stuff. See if it helps with the new software. So yeah. Sorry for the delay. At least the drawings are done today. I had time to do a bit of prep work finally. And yeah. So it's gonna be a bit blurry, but at least it's not gonna be choppy. This is quite good. Shouldn't have a lack of bandwidth. I think when I added the face cam, I also added in the new camera, which is not this one, which is the other one that's not working. So maybe it was like I can see in the new software that this this camera here runs at the proper frame rate, but for some obscure reason the other camera runs at like 1 or 2 frames per second when it should be working at like 30 frames per second. So it feels like it's a problem with the camera itself. So I will have to troubleshoot that. Yay, fun stuff. This is why I try to paint, you know? You stick to the analogous system where whenever something doesn't go right, it's usually because you spilled ink or skipped with your pen or dropped some color where you didn't want it. So, you know, this is simple. This I can understand. Usually when there's something that's borked out, it's my fault, you know? Like, literally my fault. Like, I did the thing. But when technology decides to bork on you, what are you supposed to do? I will say about the camera, I doubt it's faulty, but I guess I could possibly still send it back. It's from Amazon. Would have to check how long I have so I can send it back. I'm also like insanely unlucky with technological doodads. Like, I have a really long history of buying things and like researching the hell out of them and really trying to find something that is gonna be not something obscure, you know, just researching because I don't know this stuff and I want to understand before I make a purchase. And when I finally compare everything and decide on one thing I decide to get, I usually get a lemon, you know, one that doesn't work out well. So it has happened with so many things. And it's just like ridiculous. Like I get the thing, and then the next installment is like insanely better, and like wow, I have terrible timing. And like I got a laptop, the laptop I had. Was it before this computer, or was it before then? Anyway, I had a gaming laptop. And I got a lemon. Like this bloody computer cost like $3,000 back when I was working. I had a real job and real income back then. I finally decided, yeah, I'm gonna buy this gaming laptop because I want to play Mass Effect. And yeah, it was like faulty. Anyway, so I'm really unlucky with technology items and shoes. They are the 2 things that I always buy, and like half of what I buy at least ends up not working for me. So hi everyone, I see that Stacey has joined us, and Grace, hey Grace, it's been some time. So technology also tries to break Eve, sounds familiar. It does, right? Oh, I might just return the camera. I would much prefer get it to work, because like this blurry image quality is sort of annoying, and I wanted to upgrade, and I asked like people, and I read the reviews, and I did my homework. I still can't get it to work, and I'm like, these things are supposed to be plug and play. Why the muck is it at such a low frame rate? Oh no, Grace! I hope you feel better. Could just be a bad camera. I didn't have any frame rate issue with mine. I will definitely check that out. I will start by googling the issue, like abysmal frame rate with this camera model, see if some people report on a similar issue and if they found a way to fix it. But yeah, I will try to do that fast so that I can return the camera if I have to. Yes, that's a brush pen. That's the good old Pentel brush pen. I've had this one for a really long time, at least 20 years, and it still works fine. There was a long period perhaps where I didn't use it. Maybe if I use it more regularly, especially on watercolor paper, which tends to be a bit even the cold press has a bit of a texture, so perhaps that wears it out faster. But it's still a really good brush pen, and the ink is waterproof, and it's cartridges, so it's really travel friendly. I love it. I recently found out that they made a series of them, the same pen, but with with designs on them, and the designs are inspired by a game that I really like, which is kind of it's an otome. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the term, but it's basically a type of game that is more often than not aimed towards women, and it's basically like more like an interactive story where you end up with something that is a story sort of half like a real story and half a romance thing that is always optional, but it's always brought on with this idea of romance. And it's the one game of this type that I tried, and it's not perfect, but it's quite entertaining. And yeah, then they made a series of brush pen with the characters on them, well, designs inspired by the characters, so it stays really classy, and it's like really nice Japanese patterns. So I was like, huh. So I might have bought one or two with patterns on them, but it's mostly because I love this pen so much. So that was a really long story that possibly made you think I'm a really silly person. It's okay. I think I bought this one Otome game like 3 or 4 times perhaps, because it's kind of a weird situation, and sometimes I want to play it again, but I realize that suddenly there's a port on on my phone, so I can buy it and just play on my phone. And I say play, but there's not really any kind of gameplay. So all in all, I ended up buying the game like a bunch of times, and then they put out a new version of it with some extra content, and I'm like, huh. So I wait for sales, and I buy it again, and I buy it again, and I buy it again, and yeah. It's the only one game that I've done that. What type of pencil you use to draw the pic? It's just it's a lead holder with like blue colored lead in it. I am really doing whatever for the feet and hands. I hope this is not too creepy. I think it's not exactly hamstery. I don't know why, but my brain farted and I stopped doing research at some point, and I really should have perhaps done more research. Which one? No, just play the free ones. The one I like is called Hakuoki. And yeah, I think I bought it for like, I found the collector's edition at an anime convention, so I bought that one for Nintendo DS, I think. And I had played the first time, I don't remember on which console. Oh yeah, I think it was, we bought it on the PlayStation Network, and Mr. E lent me his PSP so I could play it on the PSP, PlayStation Portable. And then I bought the Nintendo DS version, and then I bought it on my phone, and then it was on sale on Steam for like a really, really insanely low price. And they have all the new installments and all the extra content that I hadn't played before, so I bought it again there. I really like it, and the art is really lovely. I mean, it has its flaws. It's not like the character you end up sort of playing is not always great, but she's not completely lame either, so there's a bit of that, but it's some parts are really like borderline sexist. Like borderline, it's not bad, but it's just, you know, a bit weird. Something that's not necessarily super common here. But so I gave jazz hands because jazz hands. Sorry. I'm sorry, Otto. Yeah, it's on Steam, and there is like 2 DLC thingies. It's hold on. I don't know how they write it on Steam, but I think it's usually something like Hakuoki. But I think I've seen it written as Hakuoki as well. And it's basically like samurais and yeah. Yep. No worries, I already found it. I think it has fairly good reviews. I kind of really enjoyed that one because it's a bit more like a real story and less of a pretext for romance stuff. Like, I think you can go through the game and just play none of the romance routes and just, you know, play the game for, well, play the game. I say play the game, it's not really a game you actively play, but you can sort of follow it for the story and just enjoy the interactive story in a way. But I'm rambling. There are so many titles though. What would I start with? I would have to check. will just... I'm curious now. Okay, hold on. Hopefully this is gonna survive me launching Steam. There is one title is sort of the main content, and I know that something with Edo Blossoms or whatever is one of the DLC, and I don't remember the title of the other one. There are like 15 plus items when you type them in. Oh, yikes! I know this is not exactly stream stuff, but bear with me, guys. This is important stuff. If I can bring someone else into this into this game, come on, Steam. Okay, so let me check. Oh yeah, there's a buttload of versions of it. Yikes. Cookie, let me search for it. Edo Blossoms. Well, the movies are definitely not the thing you want. Why does it direct me to the movie? Wow, this is confusing. There's been so many versions of this stuff. The ones I have on my computer, let me check those. I have Kyoto Winds and Edo Blossoms. You know what? I don't really know. I might have to check that out later and come back to you on that, Grace, because just like that, the post-poopy zoomies. The game we're talking about is an otome. I won't really know exactly how to describe otome games. Some of you might know of what they are already, but it's more like a story type of game rather than, you know, action and fighting and all that. And yeah, we're talking about one that is called Hakuoki, and it's about the Shinsengumi and hey, everything watercolor and Alexandra and Malvina. Hi. I don't have any face cam anymore. Yeah, wait until they go on sale, Grace, because like I waited and I think one was like $8 and the other one was closer to 10, and I was like, this is really good discount. So this is Arches cold pressed. It's a bit rougher than the paper I used here. Both are cotton paper. I need something to, yeah, that should work. Oh, yeah, sure, hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Moderator stuff. Thanks. How do you spell that? Hakwookie? Like this. I think it's the one without the extra U, but I've seen it written in both ways. And I know it's like a romance-based game, but it's really nothing, nothing untoward, I would say. It's really, really, how can I say this? It's more like, I don't think I can say this in a way that doesn't sound super dorky, but it's more like about falling in love with the characters rather than, you know, more adult stuff. So, how long have you been drawing for? Well, I never quite know how to answer this question. First of all, because I kind of get annoyed when people, like, you ask someone, hey, how long have you been drawing? And they say, well, ever since I could hold a pencil. Because I'm like, well, you know, most people, when they're kids, they draw. So that's not really a thing, you know. But I decided to, like, draw more seriously when I was 15. So quite some time ago. I am in my 30s, so yeah. Hey, Tobias, hi. Hi. I was already getting used to the face cam, so I'm like waving at nothing. What's your favorite art medium? Well, watercolors. What is yours? People in the chat. I'm guessing that if you are here, chances are that it's probably also watercolors. Hey Stephen, hi. What is your Hogwarts house? Slytherin. Hey Mikey, hey Misha. Oh, thank you so much, Everything Watercolor. It's so kind, but it took me like a really long time to get there. There was a really long period of time where I didn't draw all that much because I had like brain issues, like anxiety and that sort of stuff, and I was in school, and school is like insanely busy. But I got like I fixed that as much as I can, and now I'm working on enjoying drawing again. I really don't know why there is no cat in sunglasses emoji. There really should. Well, Tobias, you can't. Yes, that's Chaz with Chaz hands. But yeah, you can't cheat the tests. You have you're like Sirius Black. You have a Gryffindor heart. I think that the thing is that Slytherin is sort of the house for all the introverts in a way. Gets a bad rap because of the movies, really. It's just it's not that bad. Better be not that bad. I have a mug of water over there, so for drinking, I mean. Love arches, love its texture. It's as important or maybe so than the paint. Right now my favorite medium is watercolors. Previous years it used to be computer graphics. Yeah. I used to do a lot more digital art as well. But then I got like shoulder pains and all that, so I was like, And also we spent so much time at a computer when I used to work at a regular job that I was trying to find a way to not spend so much time in front of it. I have a review coming up that, in my opinion, really showcases that you can have crummy paints and like really basic brushes. Well, crummy paints. You can have really basic paints and really basic brushes. As long as you have good paper, it's still gonna, be okay. It's not gonna be that bad. I think Ravenclaw should have a raven as a mascot, shouldn't it? It's like Ravenclaw. The older I get, the more Hufflepuff I feel. Are you really talking about the Pink Pig watercolor sketchbook? I tried it recently and it's really not good. Well, not great for watercolors. Yeah. It's really funny that you mention it. I have one somewhere in my mess. Oh, that's right. This one, basically. Are you talking about this one, Stacey? Oops. Pink Pig. It says A5 Push Amelie whatever. Watercolor 270 GSM. 25 leaves, pale pink covers. Hey Ellen, hi. Are you freezing your fingers off as well? It's so cold. It's so cold today. I don't like it. Yeah, I agree. Look. Here are my really like sad attempts at putting watercolor on things. It's really not that great. Like it cauliflowers like no one else. And it doesn't layer well and it doesn't like do a good job. But it's not that terrible for gouache. Like it took me many layers of gouache to get to a gouache finish that wasn't blotchy. But still, it took to gouache much better than watercolor. And I added some Darlin's wax on top, so that's why it's kind of glossy. But yeah, even before I added and there's a cat hair in there because of course. But before I added the wax, it still like took better to gouache. Like the first layer of gouache was really sad, but since you can build up the layers with gouache, eventually I was able to cover up all the flaws in the paper. So that might be a good way to use this one up. I will eventually review it when I'm done. But yeah, so far it's not a good start. How cold? It's minus 23 Celsius, but it feels like minus 35. Whew. Just a bit chill. Just a tiny bit chill. It's pretty blustery here today. I'm enjoying the fact that I have nowhere to go and nothing to do. It's literally the best day. I agree. It's an excellent day to stay home. It's super duper cold. It's like insanely cold. I'm not happy about that. Balmy minus 11 feels like minus 22. We have minus 23. It feels like minus 35. Why do you want to visit when it's like minus 35? Grace. That's like really cold. Like you better have layers and like winter suit pants. Heather. I love Heather. How is she doing? I agree that it's way too cold after it gets below 20 degrees Celsius. hope I'll find a way to layer up properly if I have to go outside. It's kind of problematic at the moment. Oh really? Huh. Well, I miss the cold. It makes you feel so alive and vibrant. Up to a certain degree, yeah. Minus 35, and that's in, like, Montreal. It's not the coolest area of the province. Like, there are some places that will get something that feels like minus 50 Celsius. 50, not 15. 50. It's like dangerously cold. I always get super worried about the strays and feral cats and animals out there. Like, it's way too flipping cold for them to be outside, but they won't, they won't let themselves be brought inside because that's not what they do. Oh, sorry. I am looking for an alternative to arches to use as practice paper, and I'm leaning towards the small B 100% cotton backs. The pulp paper don't teach me anything that translates to the arches. I agree. I've been using the B cotton paper a lot, like almost exclusively, and this is Strathmore's pre-cut 5x7 cotton sheets, and it's pretty good too, and it's not super expensive. But I agree, like cellulose paper, it's really not helping you learn or refine techniques because it's way too different. Havoc is razzing me. Aww. It makes me vibrate, like shivering. Bring on the cold. Yeah, you can say that because it's not like minus a bazillion right now for you. I draw the line at the moment where my thighs feels like block of ice glued to my legs and they hurt. That's where I draw the line between, yeah, this is fine and yeah, this is way too cold. Not great, and then your skin is all cracked up and bleedy and itchy, and it's after the cold will kill you even if you bundle up. That's too much. Yep, pretty much. That's a good way to put it. I agree. It's also really tough for like shelters for humans when that happens. Like for homeless people, because I mean you cannot really, as a human, you're really not meant to spend the night outside at such a temperature. Hey Temple, is that a Tahiti kitty? Somewhat. It's a like a hotter weather kitty, not Canadian kitty right now. I totally did the shadows wrong on this. Good job. Good job, me. Well, I'm trying to make this one more like a sand print. Yes, once the legs above the knees are cold, it's time to migrate. It's 1 degree. 1 degree is like hot for us right now. Like if it was 1 degree outside, I wouldn't be worried at all. I would be fine. I'm really fine, like from anywhere to minus, like my tolerable limit is minus 20 Celsius. That's where I'm like, Anything lower than that and it's gonna be cold. So yeah. 1 degree is like, that's warm. That's warm. I realized that I can't sleep if I'm too warm anymore. So like it's really cold in the bedroom anyway because the heating device doesn't really work. So it's around it's around 15 degrees Celsius in the bedroom, which is fine because we only go there to sleep. But if I have like even if I have my winter pajama on, sometimes it's even too warm for me and I can't sleep. I have to be freezing to be able to sleep. I don't know what's up with that. Wasn't like that before, I think. -1 is practically t-shirt weather. So does -10 Celsius and 20 Celsius feels different? Yeah, around -20, that's the time when your thighs become, like, they start freezing up. 10 degrees, you can walk outside, no problem. No freezing thighs, no bits that are gonna fall off. But yeah, there is really something that happens at around -Celsius where it's like it feels like the whole muscle is a block of ice, which is really weird. Well, I don't know if it does that for everyone, but it seems to be fairly common. And then you have like -30. It's just worse. The next scene for Tahiri Kitty is where he's trying to impress all of the scantily clad bikini kitties. I'm not, like, personally, I'm not a fan of super warm weather. Like, I wouldn't go into this locale and enjoy it. It'd possibly be too warm and too sunny for me. But I think that Scotland looks pretty awesome. Doesn't seem to be too sunny and doesn't seem to be all that cold or all that warm. Look at any outfit photo. Oh no, Heather, yikes. After -20, it can be difficult to breathe at first. Your lungs rebel a bit, going, heck no. Yeah. Like, it starts smelling cold. I don't know if you guys can pick up on that, but when it starts freezing and when it gets to a freezing level that is cold enough, it smells like winter. And I can tell sometimes because the building doors, they don't always close well, and people don't always take the time to close them well. And the office space is right next to, like, it shares a wall with the entrance of the building, sorry. So sometimes I'm like working and I go, smells like winter, and it usually means that the door is open. I have to walk out, close the door. I mean, it's way too cold to leave the door open, people. Like, I am not heating up this place to heat up the whole building. It's the cold smell. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's like this smells like winter. It's like a cold, crisp smell that is like, that's cold. How do the wild kitties survive Canadian winters? Well, the sad news is they don't all manage to do it. And that's really a bummer. I think some of them, perhaps, maybe a couple of people have shelters, or they will hide, at least in places where they are cut off from the wind, and like some place dry. But I've heard stories, a couple of stories over time of people, you know, finding cats stuck in ice or stuck in the cold and not being able to save them. Yeah, the cold smell is really refreshing in a way. It's really crisp, and it's really hard to describe, but it's really nice when it's, you know, at the beginning of December, when winter is just starting and you're like, oh, it smells like cold, it's gonna snow soon and all that. But like, I don't know for you, Ellen, but here in Quebec, like, winter lasts for like 5 months. So at some point we get fed up with it. Oh no, I wouldn't like 53 Celsius. I couldn't. I would be like a puddle. Oh! What this says, we saw Marley today. Marley is the cat at the botanical gardens in Edinburgh. And it taught us the sign for please open the heated glass house doors. Yeah, he's lucky he has access to those. It's adorable. Oh, that's me making that awful noise. Oops. It's the middle of February when the novelty of winter really wears off. Yeah. Hey Lana, hi. Okay, time to hopefully erase this and not make a huge mess. Should have had time to dry, right? I was painting the other one. I was inking the other one for long enough that this should be dry. Yes, it is a Jazz birthday. Doesn't like I definitely got a couple of things wrong because it's kind of a weird looking hamster in a way, like with hands and hamster feet. But yeah. The worst is erasing and accidentally wrinkling the paper. Yeah. It's kind of nice with watercolor paper because it's sturdy. and it wrinkles a lot less, like less chance of crimpling it. Okay, water break. Looks a bit like a bear, but a bear with hands. Okay, so today I took out the schminke paints, mostly because I wanted to have access to a cobalt color for the other drawing. Come on. I don't think, yeah, this set of schminke doesn't have a cold teal color. Havoc. You're so silly, kitty. Am I picking up ink with the... That's weird. Maybe I should wait a bit more. What am I gonna do in the meantime? Crap. Really should not be doing this, which is sort of weird. Welp. Oh yeah. I have a hairdryer that I can use. Hold on, I'm just gonna mute this up. This should Okay, I'm back. I keep forgetting I have a hairdryer that I can use. Let's try this again. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be better. Yeah. I am not picking up any ink. Thanks. Although that was a really good idea. I think I tend to forget it because it usually scares the cat. Ah, thank you guys for the thumbs ups. Arowana fish. I don't know what kind of fish that is. Yeah, I finally found a hairdryer that has a cold hair setting that is not a press release button. Let's try and mix a color to match jazz. Long dragony looking. Whoa. I would have said watercolor, but I'm a bit biased because it's not like I've used Intense. So I don't really know what I'm talking about. But yeah, watercolor is awesome. Jazz is still addicted to watching houses of hoarders being cleared out on YouTube. That is so funny. Maybe it's because she's a hoarder herself and she's studying method James and I could use to clear out her cage. That is so funny. I think you're onto something, Otto. I think that's why she likes watching it. You can pick up new techniques and way to stash stuff and hide it. So cute. Havoc was perfectly fine as a cat loaf. Did she stay that way? No, she had to go and stretch her legs out and shove my sketchbook so far that I am forced to move it. That's a really Havoc thing to do. Do hamsters like stuff like cream cheese? I feel like it would be possibly bad for them, but I'm pretty sure I've seen like other videos where they make tiny food for hamsters and stuff was made with cream cheese, so not sure. I will paint the flax seeds in the meantime. Oh wow, what? It's a company that does house clearings. Because they always ask the person what they want to keep beforehand, plus put aside anything that might be important. And these guys go through everything very carefully, every piece of paper, every pocket. They even wash all the change they find before returning them to the owner. Wow. What could be like the icing on the cake then? Like there are like leaves and peas and flax, but I'm thinking what I should color the rest of the cake as. Cake. Banana chips? So I could put it yellow and just say that it's banana stuff. Like, oh, this could be a slice of banana. That's really not on scale with everything else, but that could be funny. Yeah, of course. And she's right about them. Banana chips are delicious. More strikes against Pink Pig watercolor sketchbook. On 95% of the page, my carbon black ink is rock solid, but there's one spot in the middle where it is soluble. Yeah, it feels like the paper is a bit uneven at some times. I think I had some of those spots as well. So Jazz likes banana chips, and Otto says like there'll be a bowl of mixed whatever. The first things she digs out is banana chips. Have you seen a hamster try to stuff a whole dried banana slice? It's gotta be hilarious. You can see the shape of the still whole banana chips through her cheeks. Oh no! Hey, Anastasia! Yeah, cream cheese can cause diarrhea in cats. Most adult cats are lactose intolerant. It's not a fun thing to clean up. I agree. I cannot eat dairy at all, so we don't have any around here. But the cats they don't care. They want the cheese and they want the stuff. So we try to be really careful not to give them any of these because I know that dairy is not super great for them. Dairy is only good for cows. That's it. That's the end of it. That's one more evidence that you are really a cat dressed in human costume. Yeah, you might be right, Otto. Hey, have a good sleep, Dawn. Bye bye. When my cats ask for treats, we give them more of their kibble. They don't have a constant bowl of dry food because they would like eat it all in one go and then ask for more later on. So we give them like mini meals throughout the day. So whenever they're like they did something good, like they played well or yeah, usually it's when they play well or they let us brush them or like whenever we want to reward good behavior, we just give them some of their dry kibble and they are so happy. It's really not a problem for them that it's just dry kibble. They're like, yep, that's good, that's fine, give it to me. Nom 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 nom. Whenever we give them something else than their kibble and with food, there's always like issues after. So at this point it's just like, you know what? Let's not bother with it. Let's just give them whatever they want, which is dry food. Fancy kibbles for treats. Oh no. Well, maybe someone else gave him food already today. Could that be it? Because you got retweeted by the cat rating Twitter thing. So perhaps other people saw that there was a cat at the gardens and they went and fed him. Or perhaps he just ate like a really tasty mouse or something. Or, is an outdoorsy cat. Perhaps has some issues sometimes with weird stuff he hates. Like, if my cats can have stomach issue at times and they never go out, I'm pretty sure I can imagine that Marley would eat something that is perhaps not ideal for him. Marley is a feral cat that lives in and around the Edinburgh Botanical Gardens. It's a black cat, but he's outside so much that he has sort of a reddish underfur, and he's super friendly. Yeah, I agree. Cesar, you're right. That happens when they go out and can eat something odd. Like my cats don't even go out, and sometimes they will still eat something that doesn't agree with them. Just hope that Marley's gonna bounce back really fast. I will send this one to you too in the next parcel I send you, because really, Jazz is your hamster after all. And it's to commemorate her first year birthday as a happy Hamo. Confetti? Yeah, good. I will be adding a bit more just because I don't want this to be a single color, but and then the confetti will fall on the cake, and the cake will be full of confettis. Oh, happy birthday to your son, Amicia. I think Havoc is trying to get you to draw her more, Heather. I think that's the whole plan. Because she's seen you draw the fluffy tail and the pantaloons, and she's like, I am liking this. Please, more. So that's quick little drawing to celebrate Jazz's birthday. Will you be giving her a special meal like of bananas and peas and flax seeds? It would be so cute. Okay, and now this one. Hey Maria. It's a lot easier to draw a cat when they don't spend half of their time on your shoulders. I agree. Draw me like one of your French cats. You should totally draw that, Heather. Make that Titanic / Havoc spoof. So basically just be a pile of fluff with a cat headed somewhere in there. I think that would be hilarious. when is her? Does she have a birthday? Because he told me that was the birth week, but I don't know if there is a specific day. Ah, thank you, Anastasia. That's so kind. I kind of wish we had a bit more of that warmth today because it's really cold out. Then again, if I were there, I would definitely be in the shade somewhere because the sun and we're not great buddies. Ah, that's so cool. Hey, I'm glad, Amisha. The more cats, the merrier. Oh, no date. Okay. At least you aren't in Australia with 40-degree heat. I would think that Australia is perhaps a bit more dry. Because we had 40 degrees heat last summer, but Montreal is so humid that it was really bad. So I wonder if like the 40 degrees in Australia, if it's like dry weather, if it's not a bit more tolerable than humid. But what's the point though? Why be in a hot place if it's gonna end up with a super cranked up AC? is probably gonna be a great big mess, but it's okay. It's difficult to make smooth backgrounds when you have to go around shapes. You know, like when you have the cooker on and you put your hand over it first. That's a mix of blue. It's a hodgepodge. I have some palette left over and some what Schmidtke calls cerulean blue tone, and some ultramarine and some helioturquoise. This part is rather decent, but this part is kind of a huge mess, so I might have to do a second layer and hopefully work it better than the first one so that it's not as blotchy. It's not a single color blue, it's a mix. Oh no, Temple. I'm sorry that you're feeling not so great. Padded dirt is pretty great. Yeah, palette dirt is basically whatever weird mix is in your palette, and you can sort of mix it all together, like a bit when you play in a mud puddle as a kid, and you just add in all sorts of things there. I kind of see palette mud as the same thing, but palette dirt. I have issues with the word mud. Yeah, this is like cauliflower central. This is not looking super great. Oh well, we'll try and fix it later. Picture like this are why so many of us confuse warm and cool tools. I agree. It's completely true. It is kind of like not intuitive what blue is warm and what blue is cool. It gets a bit more easy to understand once you sort of look into color theory and color, like the color theory of warm and cool colors according to chroma, like in an absolute cool and warm color in an absolute setting. The fact that like sort of reddish orange is the warmer color and a teal blue is the cooler color, from that point of view kind of helps remembering that the greenish blue is the cool one. But yeah, it is really like kind of mind-boggling a bit at first. That's Arch's paper. It's a 9x12 cut in half. I had this this pre-cut, well, not pre-cut, cut by me, but I finished a pad and this was like the only paper left in it, so I figured I would draw something on it so I can finally toss the packaging. Oh wow, Dan, good job. Oof. Ouch, Temple, that really sounds awful. Oops. Good job, me. Oh, paints for sale. Whoa, that's so cool, man. So, which color should this cat be? Because I'm gonna get there soon. Orange, red and white. Hey, bye Grace. Have a great weekend. Yeah, I agree. Don't forget to like and check out Otto's channel. I think I really should make this cat orange because this set is really nice for mixing orange cats. I think I've already mentioned it before. So there should at least be some orange on this cat, if anything. I kind of like the idea of making it orange and white. Better put on some sunscreen because orange and white kitties have pink skin underneath and they are more susceptible to sun damage on their ears and noses than or other darker skinned kitty. Hey, bye Tobias, thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, the white belly is where I want to go with this. Good thinking, Heather. That's a good wish, Amisha. Wishes spoons for all the spoonies. Seems like it's always like kitty action time at Heather's. Okay, I'm gonna mute it again and quickly dry this. So don't panic anyone. Okay. Alright. There is one thing that I want to try in regards to the shadows on this one. I'm gonna open this because I have transparent orange in here. I'm gonna start with it. Otto's favorite color. Orange. That's weird. That is weird. I hope you can't hear my stomach gurgling. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can sort of paint shadows that have this sort of warm sun glow effect on the edges. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna work, but that's what I want to try out. And I think that a painting such as this one, because it's a practice, it's a good place to try this stuff. Sorry. Do you have tips or suggestions for wrapping half-pan? Or do you know of a template for a wrapper? Well, what you can do is if you have other pans that have wrappers, you keep the wrapper and you look at the pan, how it is wrapped, and you basically do the same thing. I think that's what I did. I don't remember my measurement exactly because I haven't wrapped pans in a while, or cut wrappers in a while, but I had this schminke wrapper lying around and I measured it and I observed how it was folded, and I did a couple of tests, and that's how I ended up with my my way of doing it. Oh, you poor souls wrapping pans. Yeah, I agree. I think I basically wrap my pans like small gifts as well. Or the way I was taught to wrap gifts. Oh no. Sorry. No again. Sorry. Thank you guys. hope I won't get sick as well. But maybe it's just cold in here and full of cat hairs. Let's hope it's just that. Snorting cat hairs. Ugh. I don't know why, but that sounds really unpleasant. I keep, like when I'm focusing, I keep pushing on what's next to my leg, and that pushes against my very old guillotine trimmer, and it makes the worst fart-like sounds. I'm like, yikes! I hope people are not thinking I'm like tooting my horn here, because that's not what's going on actually. Then you're gonna say, oh, they always say that, but that's true. I don't know if you guys do that too, but when I'm like focusing on a painting or something, I really tend to like have my neck in an awkward position and then grind my teeth, and like I'm so focused that the longer I keep my focus, the worse my my situation become. Kind of makes me laugh. Upcycle painting tip. Use cleaned plastic straws to make more small rounds. Travel brushes. How do you add them behind to make them longer? Because I've done that in a couple of videos, yeah, but I definitely lean on my non-dominant arm hard when I'm concentrating. Yeah, those are really hard to break habits. Like I always end up with super bad headaches because of like the angle my head is at and the way I am set up when I draw, and I don't realize it at all. Like I really have to make a conscious effort to be like, hey, oh wait, this is really bad posture. Anyway, like fix this. I'm like, okay, hold on, let's try to counter it. The only thing I feel there is left to do is to try to paint the second layer on the sky to make it look prettier. I don't know what you guys think. Okay, let's try to fix this. I'm gonna start at the bottom this time. And I switched to an Ultimo brush, which holds a lot more water, so hopefully it will be a lot easier to get this. Doesn't help that my paper is all curved. But yeah. Learning through adversity. Yeah, I think this one is much better. So I guess the moral of the story is if you want to paint the smooth smooth gradient, grab an Ultimo brush. Don't try and paint a smooth gradient with a synthetic regular brush because it's gonna be blotchy. Ultimo really made it easy. Like really easy. So yeah, that's much better. It's also a very pretty, it's a prettier color for the sky, I find. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's better. I'm keeping it bent like that because I don't want to have any backgrounds. keep the water going that way. Yeah, I was really focused on doing this, but you have to be focused when you're doing like smooth washes and gradients. It's not easy. I'm not super good at it, so I really have to focus. Focus. Alright, so I think I'm done for today. We did, well, yeah, we did the jazz birthday. Come over here. And, there. Great. Jazz's birthday card. And a cat at the beach enjoying a bit of warmth, which is not the case for a great bunch of us. It is so cold. So, do you guys have any questions? When I look back at old paintings, I keep saying that I quit too soon, but pulp paper won't take many layers. Yeah, and the thing is with pulp paper, with cellulose paper, is that often if you try to fix a wash by putting another wash on top, it's just gonna mess up your wash underneath and create a bigger mess, because what I find of cellulose paper is that often the paint will just lay on top of the paper. It doesn't absorb as much. It doesn't bind to the paper as much as it does on cotton paper. And that's why it is really difficult to fix things on cellulose paper, I find. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The one you want. Alright guys, thank you very much for being here today and keeping me company and chatting with us while I was drawing these things. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will have a great weekend. And if it's super cold where you live, be careful. And if it's not, well, you're kind of fortunate at the moment. I have like my PO box address in the description. There's a link to the Discord channel in the description if you want to come chat and hang around with us and share stuff with us. We have all sorts of fun channel over there. And the last announcement that I want to say is a great big thank you to my awesome moderators. Grace was there, but she had to leave. But Otto is still there, and Otto has an amazing channel full of watercolor stuff and knowledge and swatches and pretty things. So I encourage you to go check it out if you haven't already. So that's the end of stream announcements. Have a great weekend, everyone, and see y'all next weekend. Bye bye.